All right, so today I'm going to make a video about a very, very underrated treasure in the used car market, and that is the non-turbocharged Volkswagen. So Volkswagen is my favorite car brand. They own Audi, Porsche, Lamborghini, but I just love Volkswagens because they're understated and classy to me, and they stand the test of time. For instance, this is a 2013 Volkswagen Jetta. And although it doesn't look as new as this Hyundai, it holds its own and it's 9 years old. It has great proportions, great wheel size, so you have a good amount of tires here. The rims are nice, but the ride is not going to be compromised. On these models, unlike the newest models, you do get signal indicators in the side mirrors. And this is a 2013 Jetta. Most importantly, is that 2.5 liter naturally aspirated engine. That is an extremely underrated engine, as are the other naturally aspirated Volkswagen engines. So for the most part, after 2013, really, the Jetta and I believe the Passat started going turbocharged. And the thing about that is Volkswagen has made turbocharged engines for a long time. They're fantastic. My car has like 80,000 miles and the engine runs like a champ. In the grand scheme of things, naturally aspirated engines are going to outlast turbochargers. Displacement outlasts turbochargers. That's just it, hands down. Especially when you start getting north of 150,000 miles. So on an engine like this or any other car brand, you may have to have like a valve cover gasket replaced, or kind of worst case scenario, one of the seals, on the bottom of the engine. I can't think of the name. I'll put it at the bottom of the video, but that replaced because the car is leaking oil. But you're not going to have to worry about that, a turbo going out and spending thousands of dollars, one. And then two, you're getting similar power and similar fuel economy. So I had a 2013 Volkswagen Jetta, or excuse me, a 2013 Volkswagen Passat, and I drove it from North Carolina, from Oklahoma to North Carolina, and that vehicle got 34 miles to the gallon. That is really good, and that's a mid-sized car, and this is even a smaller car, so you can expect similar fuel economy to that. And then this engine is going to be less complicated. So when you're looking at a naturally aspirated engine that is not direct injection, you don't have high pressure fuel injectors, which if they go out, they're going to cost a lot more over the life of the vehicle to have replaced. Number three, on a turbocharged engine that's direct injected, the back of the valves do not clean themselves naturally. So those engines gunk up over time. The advantage of the turbocharged engine is that you have a greater band of peak torque. So peak torque is from like 1800 to 4200, whatever. But it is still similar power. You're not going to win any drag races. This is not going to be a Porsche by any means. But this is a very, very solid dual overhead cam basic engine. So it's not going to gunk up. You'll never have to replace a turbo. And you get similar power and fuel economy that you would from the new turbocharged engines. And I know one of the things that people say is, the fuel economy is better in a turbo. It can be a little better, but if you drive both of these cars hard, a turbocharged version of this car and a non-turbo, they're going to get similar fuel economy and the turbo could potentially get worse. And so looking inside, this is, again, a 2013, and this vehicle has aged quite well. Look at this interior. This is leatherette, and it looks almost brand new, whereas natural leather would have creased up. And one thing I love about the pre-2014 model is you have an unlock and lock button back here. This car looks fabulous on the inside. So look at this screen. That's a decent sized screen. Yeah, and this car looks really good. This is the driver's seat, so anytime this car's being driven, this seat's been sat in, it looks perfectly brand new. So These cars are an excellent value, and if you can find a 2013 or earlier Volkswagen Passat or Tiguan with a naturally aspirated engine, I would highly recommend it. This car has 100,000 miles on it. The tires look good. Just going around, the dimensions are excellent, and so are the Passat. I mean, the Passat and the Jetta are like class leaders in space in their respective classes. This, a compact, and the Passat, a midsize. I mean, very good space. The interiors are flat, so they don't have a ton of curves to where a lot of the space is taken up. But again, naturally aspirated Volkswagens. Okay, guys and gals, thank you for watching this video. I don't want to go on and on, but I cannot stress enough how much of a hidden gem 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 5-cylinder Volkswagen vehicles are in the car market. If you love European design or you love Volkswagens and their understated beauty, these are the ones to buy. And if you understand engines, you understand this is a no-frills engine. 5 cylinders sounds weird, but it's a very solid, very smooth engine, and it'll easily last over 200,000 miles. And you get good power, good fuel economy, and you will not get a high bill at a mechanic.